Well, yeah, I built my own gym. I designed it and made it how I wanted it. I built this building. I wanted a gym. I wanted to be able to wrestle. I've got a full-size wrestling mat in there. I've got heavy bags. Just the meat and potatoes. I love my gym. I would love to stay out here in this beautiful weather and chat with you guys, but I have to go work out.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you later.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
We'll go in the warm.
Yeah, go warm up.
Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back with more UFC All Access.
When UFC All Access returns, we'll join Brock inside the API Training Center as he prepares for a crazy workout that'll make you sweat just watching it. Welcome back to UFC All Access. We're here at the API Training Center. Now, if you remember, this is where Sean Shirk did that crazy caveman training. Right now, Brock's getting ready to do the same thing, but even sicker.
Today we have five-minute rounds focusing on muscular endurance, cardiovascular endurance.
Well, I didn't know what the workout was going to be. I knew that we were going 5 rounds.
The first round is a pushing muscular endurance round. Each station is done for 1 minute, as many repetitions as it can for a minute. First station is Spider-Man push-ups.
Your feet are going to be on the dummy. Out front, as you go down towards the ground, the knee's going to come up towards the elbow. Ready? Good.
Second station is plyometric push-ups.
That's a hard, explosive, simulating a quick reaction with your hands, and to go back down to the center, it simulates you pushing away somebody.
Third one is mounted punches. Fourth station is the tire push. And the fifth station is the hand switch.
All these exercises, you're using the same muscles, so by the time you get to the next exercise, it's like your muscles are just drained, and it gets to be a long 5 rounds, and that's how a fight is.
Time! 1 minute break! Round 2! Here we go!
Second round is the pulling exercises. Works on increasing the muscle endurance in his pulling muscles. First station, he does recline pull-ups.
Time! Next station!
Second station is a body weight pull-up with a climbing rope.
Nice.
And that's 270 plus pounds that he's pulling up off the ground, and his feet are elevated, so his body's actually declined, and he pulls it all the way up past parallel up to an incline position. Third station, he's back to the tire, doing more pushes, and he's pulling it towards him.
Drive. Keep that stance wide. Good. Drive it away.
Fourth station is a jump pull-up station.
The jumping pull-ups, by that point, I kind of hit a wall, and I was coming around the bend there.
And then fifth station is he does a heavy bag twirl.
On every exercise, I try to get one more. I try to do one more, always pushing my body. Let's do one more,
That's an 80-pound heavy bag that he's actually picking up, spinning in the air and catching it, and then spinning it back the other way. Round 3 is a cardiovascular endurance round. First station is an Airdyne bike. We try to keep the RPMs above 70 RPMs per minute.
On the Airdyne, you're pushing and pulling and using your legs.
After the minute, it's a quick transition to the upper body ergometer, or the UBE.
The UBE machine, where it just simulates, pummeling and punching, and it's solely your arms. That thing sucks.
And then the third station is the incline training. On
the incline treadmill, it's solely your legs, and you're running up this hill as fast as you can.
It's like running up one of the steepest hills you've ever run up in your life. That's what it feels like.
Nice job. No seat, gotta stand up the whole time.
Next station, he's on the wind sprint bike, which is an adjustable resistance bike. We put him on the highest resistance, make him stand the whole time, and continue to burn out the legs. Last station in the third round is another Airdyne bike. After doing the 4 stations before that, I still try to get him to keep the RPMs above 70.
Time!
Round 4 is more of a hybrid strength round. First station is the jammer machine.
Good. Drive it up.
Second station that he did was the sledgehammer. the one-arm sledgehammer.
You're swinging the 16-pound hammer around with one hand and you know, utilizing your shoulder, your hips. You have to control it, otherwise the thing will come up and knock you right in the head.
Nice job. We're on the bear crawls.
Third station was a bear crawl station.
The only ones I really despise is the bear crawl. It's like a nightmare. If I had to put down on paper how many miles I've bear crawled in my entire life, it would probably be a good 100 miles.
These guys sweat more than any of you guys I've ever seen.
Fourth station, he did the medicine ball sprawls.
I don't like that one either. I don't like any of them, but that's probably what motivates me to try to do another one. Because I ain't going to let the machine or the exercise beat me.
And then the fifth station was a transition station. Fifth round is the most intense round. We've got 5 different stations, same stations as the third round, but the difference is I make the resistance heavier and I make him work harder. And there's no rest. He goes from one station to the next, to the next, to the next for the full 5 minutes without really getting a break or getting a chance to catch his breath.
I don't enjoy any one of those exercises, but I do. I know that I have to do them because going through that process is going to put me above my opponent, I know.
That was a good one. Who wants to do another round?
That was wild. For 265 pounds, that man can move. Now we know Brock is highly conditioned. When we return, we're going to see him work on his technique. Don't go anywhere. This is UFC All Access. Welcome back to UFC All Access. Now, being an NCAA national champion, we all know Brock Lesnar can wrestle. But the real question is, does he have what it takes to be a mixed martial artist? We're here at the Minnesota Martial Arts Academy, where his trainers Marty and Greg are going to take him through his MMA workout.
But generally, my part is putting together the whole mixed martial arts aspect of his fighting. He's coming in from a wrestling background. What I do is I'm plugging in over this last year and a half, the boxing, the submissions, tying it all together. Just 1, 2, 3, hit, one knee grab, 1, 2, bring it up, come back to position.
One thing about Brock Lesnar is he's mentally tough. When we put him through training, when we put him through the physical workouts, the 2- and 3-day workouts, you don't ever see him wince. You don't ever see him come up and say, I've had enough, I'm done.
So what are you guys going over now?
We're kind of finishing out the workout for today. We're going to finish off with leg kicks, working his leg kick drills, and finally ending with the ground and pound on the bag.
Every workout, I want to push myself to where, I don't know if I've got anything left.
I definitely feel that he's ready to go out there and really show that he's one of the potentially top heavyweights out there right now.
Hopefully I get to utilize these a little bit. I'm having trouble getting into these double X's.
I picked up a pair of double X UFC gloves and I have trouble getting my hands in them. So I asked for triple X, and I believe that they're going to make some. I hope so. My whole philosophy on nutrition and weight training and all those things, for me, I sweat profusely. When I start working out, I'll drop anywhere between 8 to 12 pounds.
When we're in our hardest training cycles, Brock's going to have a harder time trying to keep his weight on than he would trying to gain weight.
So I'm eating calories. I'm eating a lot of calories. I don't have to cut weight to make 265 now. It's high protein, high calories. I drink a gallon of water a day with electrolytes in it, and let's get it back in the body so I can get replenished and start feeling good for my next workout.
Start to pick it up a little bit as you start to feel comfortable with it, a little quicker. Just get the eyes ready.
You just saw his technique and power, and when we return, Brock's going to show us his strength as we head to his personal gym, where he's going to pump some iron when UFC All Access returns.
I went from, making a lot of money and having a lot of things, but it's not all about having the nicest vehicle,
My wife digs it. I like that remote control antenna on it, I got a remote control for it out here.
People are surprised because they've seen what I used to drive, and now I drive the Red Rocket, my little car.